gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is me, Dukect, here live here on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me here on this. Wow, what a day. And we have like a lot of breaking news that happened in the past like 30 minutes about this subject we're talking about, the coronavirus, aka COVID-19, the viral strain that's causing a lot of very just destroying everything around. Like, it's not just it's taking people's lives, and also wholly destroying businesses, all the stuff. It's crazy right now. And right now, you look at the first, you have the celebrity stuff. You got Tom Hanks and his wife were diagnosed with coronavirus down in Australia. You have Rudy Goldberg, a player from the NBA, I believe a jazz center, who was having a little bit of fun, touching all the mics like a day ago in the NBA press conference, and then found out, he test positive for coronavirus, and then bam, shut down the entire the game between Utah Jazz and Oklahoma City Thunder. Shut down. The game was postponed, and then the NBA just said, we're not doing anything. We're shutting things down for a time to be determined. And then you have President Donald Trump had an Oval Office. He spoke from the Oval Office, and he said he is suspending travel from the United States to Europe for the next 30 days, and Europe to Europe and such. So this thing is not only shutting things down, it shut things down for, I honestly don't know how long this is going to be. It looks like, it's going to be a bit of a, crazy. This is in the last hour. This isn't just the previous hour before getting on the show. This stuff happens. And the NHL, which is going to do something, just the NHL is looking to be, they're going to probably shut down the season as well. Again, the NCAA tournament, they are now showing, they have no audiences as well. It looks like everything is going to be shut down for a long period of time. And when you have something, this type of virus, their things will be shut down. For example, it looks like it's, E3, the Electronics Expo, the one thing, that video game, all this type of stuff, that has been canceled. E3 2020 has been canceled due to current concerns of the coronavirus. And it's, it looks like it's going to be the stuff, when it looks like when E3 usually takes place around in June, around at that time frame, around in the summer, they'll just say this thing is getting so worried about this virus, this contagion. It looks like people are like, we are going to shut down for a pretty while. They're going to shut down for a good while, ladies and gentlemen. And quite honestly, when I talk about E3 and everything, it's been waning relevance for the longest time, though. Ever since I know they're trying to say, okay, we're doing this for health concerns, and that could be the case, because there's still a significant amount of people that do go to E3 yearly, and get talk to people, do all the stuff that all these conventions and such. So and you have not only that, but you have you have controllers. How many times people have cleaned those things out? They haven't cleaned them. It's just going to be a complete and total, it's a madhouse and such. But here we are right now. They just said we're shutting things down. They're not doing it. And around June, and this is again, they're shutting things down. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they never really open up again, because E3 has become a honestly, it hasn't really been relevant for the past many years. Since Nintendo Direct. Since Nintendo has been using Directs, getting all the game footage and everything else there to the people, why are you using E3? Why do you need E3 and everything else? That's going to be the question. Why do we need to go to E3 to play games, all this stuff, to a cutscene after cutscenes after cutscenes, and most of those games aren't playable yet. They're just high quality demos. So why are you going to go over and, the only thing that's actually remotely funny is the stage and such, the actions and such of these, Aisha Taylor, all those stuff. It's fun to look at it. I love that. But at times like that, it comes to an end. It comes to an end. It seems like E3 has not been relevant. And again, you look at Nintendo, all the stuff, Nintendo Directs having this stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what the plans for E3 is going to be going forward. Because again, companies are like, hey, Sony just rolled out, didn't do anything other than they're doing their state of play. I wouldn't be surprised Microsoft's going to start looking at it. And they say, hey, wait a minute. This is a lot cheaper. It's easier to have much more ease of communication. We don't have to build these huge sets. It doesn't have enough time. You're like, you know what? Maybe it's best if we do that instead of doing E3 every year out of this trade convention, out of this whole, loyalty or whatever, the tradition and such. So yeah, I think this is going to be this is going to be a situation that E3 is just going to be leveled to a point that it's not going to be irrelevant after this whole thing is situated. The whole coronavirus situation, that it's going to be handled. I believe so. It's again, I'm just a little over shocked by this stuff because it just came out like 30 minutes. You have Trump basically suspending travel. You have the NBA suspending everyone. You got Tom Hanks with this stuff. It is overwhelming, and a lot of people are worried about this, and a lot of people are just. I think people need just to sit back and relax a bit. I think everyone's like getting a little too panicked, and I'm being a little bit panicked. So I think people need to just to look and see, like, everyone needs to just take a deep breath and relax. Yeah, I hope that everyone will be okay. And a lot of people, I know some people I follow on Twitter, and that sort of thing, who are were very worried about it. I was a little bit on the apprehensive and such. I was like, look, calm down. And this, again, I'm getting overwhelmed by this situation. I just talked to, a family member in New York who's like, they just, he would like, he's like, they just shut everything. Looks like New York's going to be shut down for a while. I think people need to, I think people just need to just, wash their hands, be more, just sit back, wash your hands, be more hygienic, do all this type of stuff. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be, I think people need to sit back and relax for a while, so don't worry. But you know what? I got saved this tweet right here. Whoa, I got this tweet, but I will save this tweet right here. Speaking of this stuff about coronavirus, let's talk about Wrestlemania, and it looks like there's going to be. I'm honestly what's going on right now with the NBA. Suspending this stuff. I think the NHL is going to do that as well. The NHL is probably going to. Let me just look to see if the NHL has done anything about the coronavirus. And let's see. Are they going to postpone? Okay. Oh, there's something just came out a minute ago. They said right here in a press release, It says that the National Hockey League is aware of the NBA's decision tonight and to definitely suspend the season due to player testing positive for the coronavirus. The NHL is continuing to consult with medical experts and is evaluating the options, and they expect a further update tomorrow. So, we're looking to see. I think the NHL might take like a week or 2 weeks off. I mean, I think the smart decision would be to, what do the NBA, like, wait a couple weeks, have this thing calm down a bit, and just push the season up a bit, back a bit and something like that, that sort of thing. It's not going to be the end of the world. People need to sit back and relax about this. And speaking of things going to be pushed back or canceled and such, we got WrestleMania. WrestleMania, the Showcase of the Immortals. It takes place. It takes place this year in Tampa. WrestleMania 36. It takes place this next month in April. So there are a lot of people are saying that it's not trending. It looks like it might be canceled. And honestly, I think it's going to be the smart decision to. They said they're going to, the city of Tampa. They said right here. Let me just find the stuff here. They're looking to see what's going to happen here about the about all this is see the WrestleMania. It looks like it might, right here. And I know it's from this is from a Ringside News, and it says right here, WE might have to postpone or cancel WrestleMania for the first time ever in a 36 years. Event, and he says the 36th annual event came around the time when the coronavirus is streaming the globe and now officially a pandemic. John Alber reports that we should hear something definite about WrestleMania within the next 24 hours. That is when the city of Tampa is planning to meet and discuss canceling major events. And he went on to note that at this time, WrestleMania is carrying on as planned, but it is not trending in a positive direction. And the city of Tampa's Twitter account says this moment WrestleMania is still going on. But when you look at this situation, it looks like WrestleMania is going to be, I think it's going to be canceled. And I think it's going to be shut down for like 2 or 3 weeks or worse. I think WrestleMania is not going to be seen. I don't think so. I don't think WrestleMania is going to be happening on April 5th. It will be canceled. And the reason why it will be canceled is because of because of this whole coronavirus situation. Because again, the health risk, the hygiene of all those people in the run event. I think it will be either an empty arena, which I don't think WWE is going to put that money in. Are they going to do a show in a smaller arena? Or are they just going to move all of it into, say, April or May, or maybe put the show stuff. They might actually have do the shows somewhere else or something. That sort of thing. I think that could happen. I think WrestleMania is not going to happen this year. I'll probably be proven right after the city of Tampa pretty much shuts the whole thing down. It looks like they're going to. They're going to, and you probably the city of Tampa is going to be. They're going to say we can't do this right now. We're going to shut this down, and by the end of March and April, will show us when we really are in this situation, this coronavirus situation, which I believe we're going to be just fine. But a lot of people are just like, holy crap, the shocking stuff here. It's people who, just take a lot of hand sanitizers and toilet papers and such. So, yeah, this is going to be a Huge situation. This is a huge situation. This is going to be something historic, as what W would say. It's historic. This is historic. And when this stuff hits, and when it does, it's going to just. Yeah, this stuff is. I think the WWE is going to be smart enough to just like. Vince may be a crazy old bastard, but I don't think he's going to be that crazy. So I think he's going to take this L and move on and such like that. But here we are, ladies. But you know what? We're going to have a little bit of fun with this stuff. I just found this one tweet from Robert Fox, who's, of course, is a blue check mark. So you have to take, most blue check marks is, you got to take it with a grain of salt. But he has a crazy idea. It says, it says, and I quote, in the horrible scenario where WrestleMania gets canceled, which I think it's going to, so I think WWE should use that as an excuse to hit the hard reset button. Strip all the champions of the titles and 90% of the champions of the titles and 90% of the roster of their gimmicks and start fresh. Holy crap! Because hey, if they want to go full WCW 2000, why not? Because hey, they already have the 3-hour long program, boring, completely terrible main eventers and such, and situation. Why not just go to WCW 2000? Go all in with WCW 2000 because that's just gonna work. That was all that's gonna work perfectly. I know there's a 7-year rule or whatever for storylines, but this, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think you're going to have that type of issue. I mean, stripping every one of their titles and then just saying, okay, no more gimmicks, just do what you ever, we'll find something else. No, the hard reset works in comic books. It works in that type of arena because that can work. They have practices and such. DC does that every other week, and it works. For the most part. Marvel, somewhat the same thing. But it's a fantasy, it's fictional characters, people, things and pages and such. You can do that and such and make it work. I don't think you can do a just completely and total, let's just reboot everything and just hope everything works out. That won't work, Chief. It won't work. So, that's my personal thing about that. I don't think it's going to work. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it, Chief, brother. No. Just no. Oh, gosh, that is completely just no. And besides, it doesn't matter if you did strip all of them. Until the core, you have to change the core writing staff. That means you got to get rid of Vince McMahon and Triple H and all that stuff. And that ain't happening. So you can reset the stuff on screen, but at the back, if the story and the people behind it are still doing the same thing, it means nothing. It literally means nothing until the people behind the scenes go. But that's just my thing. Could be wrong. Could be 100% wrong. But anyway, you know what? I'm going to end it here, ladies and gentlemen. I was thinking about doing a review of Castlevania Season 3, but I don't think I could have fit it in with this part here. So, but you know what? I'll definitely talk to you about it next week, hopefully. Until such time, ladies and gentlemen, it's Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.